Race number 4 on the card is a handicap at the 76 level at Turffontein tonight. And let's discuss the race. Daryl Marie's with me. I want to just talk about Napoleon, who's currently priced up at 5-2. Daryl, I want to ask you about what you make of Napoleon's last start. I see from player one again from that the form hasn't been too bad. But I thought, I think they and us and everybody else thought that Napoleon would run a much better race.
Yeah, I'm starting to give up on him, Clyde. He's appears to be a very difficult ride. He has to get things go all his own way to end up in the winner's enclosure. So I think he's maybe a sensitive sort or whatever, but everything needs to go his way. I wasn't happy with his later start, so I don't think there's any value in his current price. Can I see him winning? Obviously, but I'm playing to beat him.
Okay, with what?
Nice to see Paulie Matchett have a double out at the Vol on Thursday, Clyde. I actually thought the stable was going a bit quiet, but he bounced back on Thursday, and I think a horse like number 1, Pewter Scar, could certainly get the ball rolling for him on Friday night at Turffontein. You know what, Clyde? In his later starts, he had top weight, and they decided to give him a chance. I think he's better up on the pace, and I'm hoping Phila Sunday doesn't give them weight and start this time round like he did last time. And if he's in contention, I can certainly see him winning. Number three,
he's 7-2 at the moment. That was
number 3, Future Wolf. I like the improvements he made in his second run after arrest. Gavin's won on him on this standside track before, and have a look at his rating down to 73. Excuse me, Clyde. Now I've put in a roughie over here for Barpots and PAs. Number 6, Spring Will Come. Disappointing last time out, but that was up the straight. I think he's a better sort around the bend. A neat draw, Dennis Schwarz. Hopefully can get him to a promising position from a good draw. So unlike his penultimate start on the inside track, he was drawn worst of all, and he made his run quite early at the top of the straight. So I went numbers 1, 3, and 6. I'm not a fan of this race.
Yeah, neither am I. It's a hard race. Maybe whole field, I think. Let's see what Daryl's got in the jackpots for us. We've got a jackpot worked out. He's going, yes, just about the whole field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By 3, 5, and 6. By 2, 4, 7, and 9. By 3 and 10. It's a tough first leg of the jackpot. Okay, so we're in the novices now, but it's a handicap at the novice level. So make a note of that. With regard to the betting, let me have a quick look at what the latest was when we did the show this morning. And Tyron Zakizos is top of the boards. Number 5, American Biscuit at 3-1. Number 3, Mount Pilates, second choice, 7-2. And number 1, We Are the Logans, 9-2. 4, Courageous Cat is 6-1. And even a horse like 2, Golden Prospect, perhaps not out of it, is 7-1. I get 8 and 10-1 are better about the others. Daryl, chat about the race. American Biscuit, the horse to beat?
I'll give him a winning chance. I don't think he's the horse to beat. He's my third pick, Clyde. What price is Houston, number 6?
Houston is 11, 12-1 you can have at the moment.
Serious? Oh, that's a nice price.
2-1 a place.
I wouldn't get too excited because it is a tricky race, Clyde. But you can see Houston in his penultimate start. They tried different tactics with him. They gave him a chance. And I thought he finished that race off extremely well. In his later start, he went handy again. Excuse me, Clyde. And he just petered out in the later stages. He didn't have a finishing effort. I'm hoping Diego's instructions are to give him a chance this time around, because you must remember the Turffontein standside track's got a longer run in, and he'll be exposed if he goes handier. So I'm hoping they hide him away, produce him late, and I think at around 11 or 12-1, I think he's worth a small nibble. But like I said, the race certainly doesn't stop there. American Biscuits, I don't know if you recall his later start, they actually objected against the winner, Mo the Man.
That's right.
Mo the Man came out and ran third at the Vol on Thursday. But this horse, Clyde, in the canter past, he looked outstanding going to the post last time out. He's obviously improved with the blinkers. He did beat Houston on the high roller form, but I think Houston could reverse that. if he's ridden patiently. And then Mount Pilatus is unexposed of this trip. Fair first up as a gelding effort. That was a very competitive lineup. The tongue tie goes on. He tries extra. Don't know if you recall the dam covered in snow. I'm sure Diane Stanger trained that for Mr. White, if I'm not mistaken. She sprinted. But that doesn't mean he's not going to get the mile. Yeah, so I went numbers 3, 5, and 6.
Okay.
Doesn't stop there though, Clive.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, Daryl's found a bit of a shrewdy in Houston, perhaps, but again, open race. For me, if American Biscuit can't win, I think you need as many as you can. It is race 5. There's another jackpot opportunity here, so let's take a look at what Daryl's worked out. 3, 5, and 6 by 2, 4, 7, and 9 by 3 and 10 by 3, 5, and 9. Daryl's got that down to 72 Rand. Welcome back. This is the Pinnacle Stakes. Chat to Daryl Marine a second about what's the best weighted horses. Some nice horses in here in the form of Feather Boa. I mean, Stuart Pettigrew's stable are dominating at the moment. 2 Feather Boas, 22 to 10. And Captain Peg, the stable companion, number 4, 7 to 2. But they are basically top of the boards and dominating the market. Is that the right stable here? Seem to have the right stock here.
Yeah, Captain Peg and Winter Greeting are joint best weighted, lad.
Winter Greeting.
What price is Winter Greeting?
4 to 1, third choice.
I actually thought he'd start favourite. She. I thought she would actually be priced up favourite. So I believe she will start favourite because it was a lovely return. She obviously benefited from the time off. You know, she's a big, strong filly. So she's finally filling out that frame of hers. And I think with 52 to shoulder, Clyde, from a neat draw, her tactics will be to push forward. And she's going to strip fitter. So she's going to be a very, very tough nut to peg back. I'm hoping she's come forward since her later start. So I thought at 4 to 1 she represents a value, and don't be surprised to see her start bookmaker favourite. Captain Peg, healthy respect for her. Now the 2 inmates from Mr. Pettigrew Yard both perform well over the course and distance. You can see Captain Peg's 4 kilograms better off. So strictly on weights, she should be able to reverse the form with Feather Boa. But you know, Feather Boa is a class act, Clyde.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I certainly have respect for her, and I think the headgear has finally got her to run straight and have her mind on the job.
Yeah.
Racing itself. And then I thought there's huge value in number 9 of here. What price is he?
Savannah Storm.
Yeah.
Savannah Storm is, I think any price, 30 to 1. 30 to 1 Savannah Storm.
What price is that a place?
That is currently 5 to 1 a place.
Have a look, Clyde. Course and distance, he's got great form. I don't know if you remember the race last year this time with Ryan Munger under the lights. He came from last and he mowed them down. Well, he came from off the pace, sorry, not last.
Okay.
Then, now he's got 52 to shoulder from a 1 draw. It's his 3rd run off the arrest. Have a look at his comeback effort. He's drawn 9 out of 9 on the classic track. That's never easy. And it was a great performance. Then last time out, the worst draw. 2nd run off the arrest. Got, like I say, 52, 1 draw, 3rd run off the arrest.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm going to say have a bet on number 9 each way, but mainly places.
Yeah, I would never have thought so, but that's well found. Okay, well, let's hope it runs a big race for you, Savannah Storm. It has been running in very strong company. I mean, just have a look at who the company Savannah Storm's been in, and Daryl's identified that as a value horse. Okay, let's take a look. I think we've got to pick 3, have we? 6, 7, 8. This covers. Daryl's gone 2, 4, 7, 9. That outsider's in there. By the next race, he likes a bit of that 3 No Filter and the 10 Women of Power, those 2. And right at the back, he thought between 3 Foster Nova, the 5 Cornwall, and number 9 on the card, Twice the Storm. Fabian Habib's had a very, very good run. This was Chrome Tourmaline's top of the boards at the moment this morning for tonight at 7 to 2. This is the 7th race on the card. Second choice is that was missed in Scotland. Number 2 is 11 to 2, joint with number 10, Woman of Power, who's got to have a claim here, Daryl. 11 to 2, third choice. And Fabian's got one other horse called, Wings Within Me. And then I see Tony's got Virginia Beach. So it has that open look to it, but I suppose Woman of Power's form's been fairly solid to date.
Yeah, Clyde, I'm not a fan of that form line. Let me just put it to you that way. Nettleton's form line. But what I like about her, if you watch that race, she was too keen in the early stages. She was exposed. She was never happy in the running. So I said to myself, if this filly comes back to 1,000 meters, I'll follow her, and I'll follow her with confidence. I like the fact that there's some pace on the outside. I hope she gets cover in the early stages. She drops a bit and relaxes, Clyde. And I do believe this filly is much better than her current rating of 83. So I certainly make her the one to beat. She's lightly raced, Clyde, and she came to the track with a bit of a reputation. Now it's time for her to start delivering. I think Jessica and Stephen were actually on course to watch her run.
She may have been, yeah. May have been.
No, Fabian's got his yard in great form, and he's got live wires over here. But I've decided to back Woman of Power up with No Filter. I liked her effort when running second to Runaway Bomb in her comeback start, penultimate run. We've obviously seen Runaway Bomb win again since then. And then Clyde, just have a look in her later start. I don't think that was her effort. Second run after arrest, she had excuses. I'd like to see her closer to the pace this time around because she's going to be very fit. So I think she could possibly be the danger to Woman of Power. I've really taken my chance in this race. I've only got 2 runners. This is actually a field event, Claude.
Yeah, it could end up being one. I mean, at least, listen, I understand the Nettleton, but out of there, you were saying Paul Matchett's come to form. At least Back to the Future came from that particular formula. It's already been franked, so that's not too bad. And yeah, it's an interesting race because it's competitive. But here's what we got for you from Daryl in terms of what he likes. He says, let's do the last double. We go No Filter, Woman of Power, 3 and 10, by at the back 3, 5 and 9.